Hello chess family, it's me, National Master Jesse James, and today I'm going to go over round 2 of our weekly Grand Prix chess tournament over at Complete Chess. And well, we got some fireworks this time. We had one of our local favorites, David Pacheco, taking on an expert. And well, let's go and take a look at this very nice game. Here we go. We're going to start up with d4, d5, pawn c4, pawn c6. It looks like we're going to get a Slav. Knight f3, pawn to e6. Okay, we got the modern line of the Slav. Almost looks like a Moran system. Knight c3, and then things get kicked up a notch over here. David goes ahead and plays pawn to f5, switching over into a Stonewall Dutch. All right, here comes the fireworks. Bishop f4 got played. Bishop to d6. Maybe not the best move in this situation, but still a good move nonetheless. Pawn to e3. Knight f6. Bishop e2. Definitely not the best place for the bishop in my opinion, but still a good move here. White is already a +1 in this position. Castles, castles, queen over to c7. Again, I will criticize David for this move as well. It just entices White to go ahead and trade. And White already wants to trade this bishop off because, well, we're fighting over this e5 square over here. So bishop took, queen takes, queen over to c2. A nice developing move for the queen. Knight b to d7. And now, well, a move I don't like too much, rook after d1. And this is actually going to be the cause of a lot of the problems that happen in this game. Here, maybe better was just to go ahead and play something like rook a to d1. Or remember, in this kind of setup, when you're playing against a Stonewall, typically White goes queen side. So here, maybe something like rook over to a b1. And then we're going to play b4, b5. Again, we need to break this structure as soon as possible. Because the dark square bishop is gone, well, it's going to be a little harder for Black to start his kingside attack. So White already has very good chances. This is a plus 1.5 position. With that being said, unfortunately, he did play the wrong rook over to d1. And, well, the game continues. Knight over to e4. The knight jumps into his snug spot over here. And here, knight to d2. Of course, we're not going to take here on e4, as this only makes Black's position better. How? After f takes on e4, now we get the open file. The knight would probably retreat to somewhere like to d2. And now you see we can play something like e5 here. And what's so good about this? Well, now we're trying to get our bishop into the game here too. Mind you, you don't have to play e5 so fast, but this is the idea, opening up the light square bishop. And you can already feel that, well, Black's getting some good attacking chances over here on the king side. So, of course, the expert knows not to do this and goes ahead and plays the knight over to d2. Knight f6 got played. And here, a very nice move by Loving. Pawn to f3. Remember, we don't want to take it. We just need to kick it. All right. Knight takes on c3. Pawn takes on c3. And here, well, a move that's typically good here. Black goes ahead and plays pawn to b6. The idea being is, well, the light square bishop's having a hard time. You know, it's blocked in by all its pawns. But now we're going to see it jump out over here. Okay. And now a move that's typically good here for White, e4 gets played. Why is this typically good? You can see here that Black is definitely trying to control this square of e4 right here, right? And, well, if you don't take over here, then White will get pawn e5. They'll control more squares. And, well, White will just be better. With that being said, here David finds the best response in this position. I do ask if you can find what's the only good line here for Black to play here. This is amazing. And, well, David just gets into a winning position very fast after this. All right, hopefully you push pause and try to figure it out. What was the idea? Here, very precise, pawn takes. Okay, if we don't take back, we're just losing. Pawn takes. And here was the hard move to find, giving Black the only move in the position that's going to give an advantage for them. Queen to f4. Okay, what does this do? Here it sets up a very strong attack down the f-file. Now we know why it was so wrong to go ahead and move that rook away. Now we see that queen e3 check is in the play over here. And unfortunately for Loving, he did not see this and played, well, bishop to d3. Okay, what do? Here, well, unfortunately for David, he played knight to g4. Still a good move. It is winning. It's negative 1.5 over here. With that being said, he missed a forced win here. Do you see it? Simple chess. It was queen to e3 check, king h1, knight g4, and there is no good way to stop Philidor's legacy. Oof. And then for those you don't know, Philidor's legacy is the 4-move checkmate with Smothers mate. For instance, if White goes ahead and plays something like rook over to e1, knight to f2 check gets played, king g1, knight h3 double check, king to h1, queen g1 check. This is why it's important to put the knight to h3 so that the knight defends the queen. And, well, so the king can't take. The rook is forced to take. And knight to f2 is check and mate. All right. Back to the game. Again, unfortunately, he did miss this idea. And, well, he went ahead and played knight to g4 here. Ooh, knight to g4 in this situation. Again, still a very good move. As you can see, queen e3 check is still being threatened, and also queen over to h2 for checkmate. There's only one way to stop this attack. What do you play? Here, knight to f1 got played. Only saving move here, guarding on h2 and also on e3 here. Unfortunately for him, David is not stopping the attack. He just keeps running forward. Here, knight to f2, forking the rook and the bishop. And here, by no means did Jason have to play this line that he went into, but I could definitely understand him. He's playing against a lower rated player. The attack looks pretty strong here, and here he goes in for a sacrifice, trying to mix up the situation, create complications. A very good idea whenever you are in a worse position. He goes ahead and plays pawn takes on d5. Well, looks like David did not believe him. He just takes the rook over here. Bishop takes on h7. That's okay. King to h8. Remember, whenever you're playing this and you're lining up your pieces, put the queen in front of the bishop and then make sure the bishop is in back of the queen. When this happens, you threaten checkmate, and, well, when you do it this other way, it's just a check. There's no good threats over here with the bishop. And, well, this queen cannot make her way over here, over to the king side in time to help save the game. All right, well, rook took back on d1. Pawn takes on d5. Pawn takes on d5. And what happens here? Here, the game was just so beautiful. Everything was played like a Morphe kind of game here. Black to move. Let's go ahead and develop with a threat. Bishop g4. I love how he doesn't even worry about taking back on d5. Bishop g4, developing and attacking this rook over on d1. Rook over to b1 here because, well, you got to move it somewhere. And again, David does not worry about taking on d5 here. He develops the threat. Black to move. What do you play here? Not a hard one here, but a very good one. What do? Rook over to e8, developing his last piece and threatening rook over to e2, which is just going to end the game right away. And, well, here, unfortunately for Loving, he went ahead and played bishop d3. And you know what? The computer does give bishop d3 as the best move, but it's already a -5 position, meaning you're just up a whole rook right here. So bishop to d3 got played, and now I will ask, can you find the final winning move here? I was sitting right across from him, and when I looked over, I saw this move immediately and was just like, oh my gosh, I wonder if he's going to play it. And, well, David did not disappoint. He went ahead and played this move. Black to move. What do you play here? Here, David went ahead and played bishop over to e2. And here we see that he's forking the knight and the bishop here. And this is threatening checkmate over here too. So what's the big deal? Can't we just go ahead and take? Well, you're more than welcome to take, but now you're getting checkmated. Queen to f2 check, king to h1. Rook takes on e2 here, and now there's multiple mates and the queen's being attacked. Here we have rook takes queen. Here we have queen takes on f1 for checkmate with the rook over here, and queen takes on g2 for checkmate. This would just be game over here, and there's no good way to defend in this position. Oof. Very, very amazing game here by David, and it's all because of this simple bishop to e2 move. And, well, there's really no good move in this situation. You have to be losing material now. And, well, I'm pretty sure Jason saw the ending. He just went ahead and jumped on the sword because, well, who wants to play down a piece, especially in this kind of situation? Here, Jason went ahead and played knight to g3, and now it's just black to move and win. There is a few different ways to win here, so, well, you're more than welcome to see if you can find just one. Hopefully you found one. Here, David chose a very easy one here, and he played queen to e3 check here. The computer gives this a question mark, yet gives a forced checkmate. I guess it's just because instead of winning in 6 moves, he's going to win in 12. Life is hard like this, you know. Instead of winning in 6 moves, you're going to win in 12. I don't really care. A winning game is a winning game to me. After this queen check, Jason went ahead and resigned, as, again, this is just going to be losing material and forcing checkmate. At this point, well, king h1 has to get played, and here, just simple chess. Bishop takes on d3. Now you have bishop attacking the queen, and rook over here with a nice skewer, and also queen e1 checkmate ideas are in the air. Just nothing good to play at this point. Oof. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, this is from our weekly Grand Prix that you can play in San Antonio if you are from there. And, well, we'll go ahead and see you in the next one. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.